Getting up to kind of a wall here where you can't go much farther. The vineyard has it fenced off, and then over here is this huge wall of vegetation that's usually super hard to get through. And we got plenty of stuff to pick through and all the way back too, but I'm gonna try and see if maybe the beaver dam got blown out, and then maybe it isn't that high. We'll see. Anyhow, we've gone a long ways up, and kind of plucking some jaspers here, checking them out, and that's the update. Another crazy creature right here. Oh, getting a battery signal. Oh my gosh. My favorite things off these creeks are when the little crevices fill in with botryoidal druze. Little bubbly druzy. And then let's go wet it. That is beautiful. It needs to get cleaned up. It needs, again, you see the calcium growing on everything. So I think this was going to become way less quartz here soon. And way more calcium. I think that's what happens inside there. You get this type of thing, and then the calcium builds up on there, grows lattice work. That's why those things are so crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and wet this. I'll be right back. Okay, that's ridiculous. Look at this thing. All the different stuff going on. That is ridiculous. All the way across. And then the druze you can see on top, starting to get all calcified. That's what I mean. You can see that was the process going on. We'll definitely need to look at that patterning. Oh wow. Just wow. But if we put this in some CLR, then all that botryoidal druze would just clean up so crazy. But yeah, it is gorgeous. And then the bots all over the top. And the overall shape of it. Slab of bacon. Come on. Mmm. You could eat that, right? Yeah. Gorgeous. Beautiful little agate hunt. Now it's a little teeny tiny guy. Look how cleaned up it is. And it's got that pink glow to it. Ah. Gorgeous. I just love little crystally bubbles. That's what my eyes are seeing. And the glow. And you just have that. I hope the camera's getting it. It's a blue yellow glow. It's gorgeous. We're gonna get it wet, but probably with the druze, the sparkle is the most beautiful right now. Walking over here to put it in the water. Oh, found a little rainbowy piece of jasper. Got all the colors in there. Dip that. Ooh. See the blues and stuff instantly. A little bit of host rock globbed on the back there. Okay. I was hoping it was one of those magic pink ones that come out of here. But it will do. It will do. Bubbly and pure. Absolute slabber right there. It's just a oh yeah. Layers of drews. Typical crevice agate creature grown together to form the whole. Oh yeah. Beautiful. There you are. Just when you think that for some reason all your agate luck for the day is over and you're just kind of plodding along, boom. Sweet. Okay, I think this one, because it's so pure chalcedony, will look better wet. Yeah, look at the blue of it in the water. They just glow. It's a different thing than quartz. All different colors of blue to it. Crystal faces in there. Got big flat crocodile mouth all the way across there. Beautiful, beautiful. And that one could definitely also clean up with some CLR, but getting our agate quota for the day for sure. It almost popped that apart, I think, and have 2 sheets of drews. Yep, 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 beautiful. There's a latticey little agate. Oh, this one's beautiful. It's gone completely over. Look at the, I believe that's probably calcite that has grown over it. Maybe it had original quartz drews underneath there. That's a pseudomorph. It was one and it grew into the other. I think it totally saturated the chalcedony beneath. But it's still a beautiful, you can see the water banding still, and I just turned it white instead of clear, and then pink. You can see the drews lost underneath. And then look at that structure. That's just great. That is great. Beautiful. I think we might have to cut these too, I'm not sure. just untouched. This is what I mean about being the first guy there on some of these. Another little perfect diamond slab of crevice agate. Ooh, look at the blue. Ooh. And the light too. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. A wedge pattern going on there. Okay. Little crevice agate. There you go. Okay. We're back here wandering through the puma brush. There's a little pathway here, but the water is so high. We have a flowing, churning river there that we could just absolutely not cross. But on this side, oh, look at that. Look at the windows of Drews in there. That's ridiculous. A big old ball geode of crevice agate. Oh, wow. You see the blue in there and the yellow just instantly. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. Up here, it's just crazy gobs of stuff. I think we'll have to cut this one too. I think it's just pretty fantastic. Yep. I'm liking that. Okay, I will have to scrub this with a toothbrush and give you some cleaned up shots for sure, because look at all the mud. So those should be in here somewhere. Okay, here's this one all cleaned up. Just because you can never rinse them that good in the field. Just all sparkly. I think we're actually going to cut this one in half. But yeah, that's pretty, don't you think? I just found our path for next time. I found where it stacked gravel up this time, and I see shallow enough to wade, and we can get to the huge gravel beds on the other side. So now I'm going to try and make a series of standing marker sticks. There might even be a main animal trail, because I feel like that's what I'm following, and they often use that. And I think I even see the gap in the willows on the other side, because they do the same thing too. But before we get out of these spooky bushes, they're just head high, so it's not the smartest thing. Look at this next little chunk. Look at that. Let's go over to the water and look at this. So maybe that's one of our last tips for today, for this one, is be sensible when you're pushing in the brush like this, where you know there might be predators and you're way out. You see this, there's been nothing but animal prints today, and cat prints and bear prints and stuff. And here I am, I've climbed over several berms in the river from the main channel, and I'm pushing through the brush. I mean, that's where cats sleep and stuff. And so I have transitioned. I have a knife on me. This is my buck that I've carried my whole life, and it's a good sidearm. A knife is always a good sidearm when you're out in the wild. You know, it can actually make sense to have things that can protect you at the last minute. And humans are the scariest monsters out there. We all know that too. So just having that hanging off your hip can deter all kinds of things. And if a big crocodile, lion, bear monster jumps up and grabs you, you at least got that last moment. But I always say the best deterrent is a visual one from far away. So monkey with a stick is one of the scariest things that the planet has ever seen. So I pick up a stick and I just start old manning it along. I'm like doing the Gandalf, you know. But that's generally a sign to anything, even predators. They don't want to get hurt by, they don't need to be damaged and to suffer and to be unable to hunt. So they aren't going to deal with a monkey with a stick, generally. Also, I'm a 6 foot tall, pretty stocky looking guy. So, but even then, I've taken the knife out of the backpack where it rested all day long, and as it gets into later evening here and the sun is sinking near the ridge and I got a long walk home, it makes me feel better. And yeah, I went into the bushes with the stick. And so be safe. That's the #1 rule, right? Kinda mix that with a little quality of life, and then we're getting there. I'll leave that to your liberty. Kinda in the middle ground now, checking these weird beds where the river has gone through. You can see all the grass swept this way. That was the channel we came in on, and I'm hoping to loop back and find our hangy bag over here. But look at this piece of Wonderscape stone here. It's a little dirty, but you get the gist. This is all hidden down here, but look at that. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful little scene right there. Kinda plucked right out of where it came from, you know? Kinda capturing the scene like a photograph. Eroding out of these rocks that you see in the hillsides up above here. And then somehow magically captured mountainscapes in itself. Well, I'm still not back to the water yet, so I still have that agate. The water's actually over in this main channel, but I'm trying to kind of reestablish where I am each time and use some of these stumps, but I'm realizing that there's a third channel here. Anyways, I need to find my bag that's over on the bank, but look at these cool spots where it jumped and it went through the grass, and then it ate down in one spot, and it gouged out this huge divot that we're in here, down past the dirt levels and into the gravels that are buried below all this. And so I was like, well, I want to look down in there, and look, there's another little crevice. So I'm going to put that in my back pocket, and we'll look at both of those when we get there. Yeah. I'm going to see where this channel goes, because I was hoping that maybe if I can figure that out and it's near the bag, then we could just use this kind of dry grass channel to navigate next time. If we can find a way across really easily, that would be super, super sweet. Okay, we're back on our side of the river. We've done reconnaissance and prospecting. These are not the channels I'm talking about wading. I'm talking that this is where we just waded across. It's doable. Only gets up to about there. There are 10-foot deep channels, and they run for so long, and then at the few spots where there might be a gravel bar, there can be like 20 foot of this densest stuff, and it might not look like much right now. When it gets leaves on it, it's nuts. So just the fact that I see it, and I know it's there again, and I lost it for a few years because I was like, I walked across this a few times, and the beds on the other side are so untouched and so massive. So let's go ahead and wash off these two that are in my back pocket. This one that we found first, which is just awesome. Look at the tubes on there, covered in druze. Again, I'll have to toothbrush this. It was probably extremely magnificent when those top areas hadn't gotten kind of sanded down by the passing of other pebbles in the gravel beds, you know. It's been tumbled. But that's a little slab of chalcedony. I'll try and put a better cleaned up shot in here, just covered in a little wormy, tubey little creatures. Love that. A quick shot of this one. Cleaned up with all this sparkliness. There are some little teeny tiny crevices down in here that wouldn't blast out. Those are just little grains of sand that are locked in for now. But yeah. Okay, back to the quest. Beautiful. What's this weird thing in the background here? A random piece of serpentine that's patterned itself all out. Weird, right? Turtleback serpentine. I just decided it would make a grid on one side of itself. Okay. Well, that'll have to come home too. Just for its bizarreness. But yeah. That. Let me get you better shots here. Now that is cool. You see that? That is a totally glistening white. Beautiful little ivory. That's probably a dog tooth, like coyote. It's gotta be. It's a canine tooth. Those are scissors. There's its roots, and that's beautiful. It's so polished but not destroyed. You see the shine on there? Oh, dog tooth. I know that sounds morbid. I'm a dog lover, believe me. If this was cat, that could be the back of a cat too. Either way, that's predator tooth. That is a meat eater. And that's one of my favorite finds of the day. I really love that. It feels like good luck, you know? You know, I'd never want to take this from a creature, but finding it feels really good, especially because I appreciate it and love it and treasure it like a gem. And so it makes me feel like not a drop was wasted, you know? When nature takes everything and even the hardest things are left, and then this is given back now. It's the only one I've ever found in all my journeys. Here is a bizarrely structured something. Get all the vesicles in it, but then also look how they're like tube-like. You see that? What's going on with you? Ridiculous piece of jasper. I can tell from oh, fish in my boot. Wow, the purples and yellows in that. I know it's horrible light in the reds. See if there's any light to spin around in. Not really, it's really reflective. That is beautiful. Beautiful. The mixes of gold and purple in here. Okay. Nice, nice. There's a little piece of druzy bubble right there. See that? Yeah. The agates are here for us today for sure. Hope you're enjoying it. Trying to high grade this entire gravel bed. Ooh, just a massive crevice agate on the way out here. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, with a big cavernous mouth of crystals. There's not even any light left to show you. Yikes. Oh, wow. I'm so glad we decided to walk over to this little knoll here. It just shows in this whole area that we didn't check. There could be piles of these. Okay, I have to show this to you in better light, cleaned up. Clean up session when we get home, but that's ridiculous. Okay, here's this one. That was the very end, and I had to take this home and clean it up to be able to see way down in there. Like hopefully we can right now. That's a big old pancake geode. It goes a good distance down in there. And then this whole face that was protected from the battering of the river rock still has its druze all sharp on there. And then you can see that the whole thing's kind of like a big squash down agate shape. Let's go ahead and wet this down, and then you can see more of the blue of the chalcedony in here. And the banding. Different layers. If you were to give this a little bit of a slice just to relieve the face, you can see more of the agate pattern that comes out to the edges there and flares open to make the geode mouth. I'm just, okay. I keep telling myself we need to go, and the bag is so heavy that we still have to walk back to a car and a drive up the dirt thing, but wow. Well, next time we can play, we'll come back and we found the gap in the bushes, and there's our 2 bags full of stuff. I'll condense them both down into one. And here's this other one that we found out in the deep brush at sunset. These are just some pretty wild hills that actually used to be covered in beautiful trees and stuff before all the fires out here, but the critters are still about. But yeah, look at this little crevice agate. See the blue chalcedony around the edges, the crystalline faces that grew together, a little pancake geode. This one just had a way more blueness to it, you know, in its atomic self. Okay, well, I don't know if we're going to find anything else. We have a ways to go, and the sun is just touching the top of the hill over there. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. If you're still with me, that's amazing. I really appreciate it. That also lets the algorithm know that you stuck around that long, but I know it's been a long video too, so if you had to finish this on another day, I don't blame you. Anyhow, this is season 9, and away we go. Look at these skies. I hope you all are getting your moments out there that remind you that the world is a beautiful place and it's worth being here. And I hope that you will please join me on one of my coming adventures. I would really appreciate it. Your company is always appreciated. And until then, please take care of yourselves and anything else out there that you feel like might need some taking care of. It's a big old world.